Well, March break is done, and now it's time to turn our attention towards Easter. And Angie Quaale of Well Seasoned Gourmet in Langley is back with us with some great Easter suggestions. Hi there, welcome back.
Hi, thanks for having me.
My mouth is already watering here, Angie. But where do you start when you're sort of approaching that Easter brunch?
Well, there's a bunch of different directions you can go, obviously. It depends how big of a crowd you're entertaining. Sometimes you want to do things well ahead, so you're not kind of, fussing and fidgeting when your company shows up. So you can make all kinds of things ahead of time. You can do some really nice frittatas that are ready to go, or stratas. Keep it simple, scrambled eggs and bacon. People love just basic things.
You brought a little bit of bacon
I
in here
did bring
too.
bacon.
Okay, but you're starting to prepare something here. When what's hitting my nose is a little bit of the spiciness from the fruitiness,
spices,
I guess, from your hot cross buns and the orange zest. So what are we doing?
Well, for me at Easter time, when the hot cross buns are available, I always get so excited when I see them in the bakery. Because for me, like Christmas, it's the fruitcake. Easter is hot cross buns, and I love them. And I think people love them as much as I do until I serve them and realize that not everybody loves them as much as I do.
They're not going like hotcakes.
Right.
Okay.
So I always overbuy. And so food waste is a huge thing for me. I hate to throw things in the garbage. So what I'll do after Easter dinner, when I realize they didn't get eaten again, because I was the only one who had them, I'll cut them into cubes and pop them in a freezer and then have them for another day for brunch or a breakfast. But you can certainly do it the next morning for your Easter brunch. So these are day-old hot cross buns that have been cut up. I got mine at my local bakery in my neighborhood is a Cobb's. And this year they're doing hot cross buns with orange and cranberry. So it's kind of a twist on the...
It's so aromatic right here.
So all you're making to do a bread pudding is a custard.
Okay.
So eggs, vanilla, some milk, some sugar, and you can add as many things as you want. You want extra raisins? Go ahead and add some raisins. Maybe you have an extra Easter bunny, and you want to cut his little ears off and add those into your...
Don't cut the ears off the bunny.
His little legs or whatever.
Some chocolate or something like that.
Yeah, into this, and so you'd have a really beautiful bread pudding.
Well, let's just see how it all comes together.
We're going to start with some whole eggs. So there's 6 eggs here, and this is about 10 hot cross buns.
Okay.
That have been cut into cubes. So we're going to add our spices. So this is some good vanilla, some rum, which is obviously optional, but...
Obviously.
If
you're an adult company, maybe it's not optional. But
maybe not. And then some spices. So we've already got some spices in the hot cross buns, so we're just looking to enhance that. So that's a little bit of nutmeg, freshly ground, and some cinnamon.
Oh, that smells amazing.
I know. Well, I think what you're smelling is the rum, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then we're going to add some sugar, and you can use white sugar or brown sugar. If you use brown sugar, you'll get a much darker caramelization on the bread pudding when it bakes.
Maybe a combination of the two?
Sure. You get really great flavor from the brown sugar, but you're already using rum. And then you want to add some whole milk. So we're just making a really good custard here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so this is going to just all come together, and you can just whisk this by hand, or you can use a little hand mixer, whatever works best for you.
Are you going by eye, or are you all pre-measured?
This is all pre-measured,
okay,
so there's about 2.5 cups of milk, some sugar, and then the spices. This is the zest of 1 whole orange.
Okay.
And we used some of the cranberry orange hot cross buns. So this is just really going to brighten that orange flavor. So we're going to go ahead and throw the rest of these buns into our dish, and then we're just going to pour our custard right over. And it looks like it's never going to soak it all up, but trust me, it totally does.
Beautiful. Is there enough, or you're going to get more?
Yeah,
more
we're just
milk?
going to add the rest of this to clean out some of the spices and stuff that stick at the bottom. There we go. And you want to let that sit for probably about 10 minutes, and you want to take your hand and pat it all down.
Okay.
And it'll start to soak up all of the mixture in your bread pudding, and then that pops into the oven for about an hour, depending on how big your pan is, at 350, and you're going to bake it.
And then it looks like this.
Yeah.
Voila!
Voila!
Voila! We don't even have the oven here on the set, but look what you've done. So this is the finished product. Can I just give an idea of what it would sort of something like that? Is that
exactly. So if I was serving this for brunch, this is really no different than serving a French toast or something like that. Obviously, when it's still nice and warm, it cuts beautifully. You can gild the lily if you like.
This is a little bit of maple syrup that you can put on there as well. I love this. So, I mean, it's got the sweet and the savory as well with the bacon.
Yeah, and the cranberries and the raisins in there are going to give that little pop. Some nice warm bread pudding with some fresh bacon, a little mimosa, some coffee.
Okay, speaking of which, you've got all of this covered. I'm going to try this.
Okay.
And cheers to you and a very happy Easter.
To you too. Enjoy your leftovers.